I'm thinking just as I go about marriage, and I'm trying to understand what marriage is for a man. In my own case, I've been married. I'm now divorced. I'm in a strange situation where I've had a brain injury, and it means I've lost my memory entirely. So I don't know why I'm divorced. I don't know what happened. All I know is that I am divorced now, and I'm in the situation I'm in. And so it's made me think about what marriage is, and in particular, what marriage is for a man. And what I'm thinking is that marriage is not advisable for a man. A man should not get married. It is not wise for a man to get married. There is no benefit to a man being married. So it made me wonder what marriage is actually for. What does marriage accomplish? So from a man's point of view, what does marriage do for a man? I think initially I've just begun thinking about this. I'm thinking that marriage is not advisable for a man. A man doesn't achieve anything by being married. It seems to me currently that marriage is for the woman. It is so the woman gains some security in life and some stability in life, in that she basically owns half of what the man owns. A woman is in control in the marriage. A man is subject to his wife. The man has less control of his life, and on divorce he can lose his assets and he can lose access to his children. A man's life can be completely destroyed in a divorce. So it does seem to me currently, as I think about marriage, that marriage is not advisable for a man to do. Marriage is for the woman. The man achieves nothing by being married. There is no benefit to the man at all in marriage. So it's made me wonder what marriage is about. Why do we have marriage? What does marriage achieve? And I find that I can't actually answer that question. From a man's point of view, I can't see any benefit to being married. All I can see is risk. In my own case, I've lost my house. I've lost access to my children. I have no idea what state my finances are in, but I know it won't be very healthy. So I am thinking now that it is not good for a man to be married. And I have decided to go MGTOW in my life. Men go in their own way. I won't ever get married again. And in my own case, I won't have a romantic relationship with a woman again in life. I don't think it's advisable for me to have a relationship. All I see is risk by being in a romantic relationship with a woman. So I will remain single in my life romantically. I do think that is the healthiest way to live. This surprises me because I think I've always lived in a way where I assumed I would be married. Married life was the main way of living, I thought. I never conceived of being single. I assumed I would be married. And as I say, I did marry, and I don't know details, but I'm now divorced, and it means I have no home anymore, I have no money anymore, I no longer see my children. So marriage has not achieved anything for me in life. Marriage has been basically a cost to me in life. I would have been far better off by never being married. And I do wish I had not married. It seems to me that marriage achieved nothing for a man. All a man gains from being married is that he's putting himself at risk of losing his property, his money, and losing access to his children. A woman, on the other hand, gains the opposite of that. She gains security, financial security. She has control of access to the children. It's basically the case that a woman gains more control and a superior position in life by being married. It is advisable for a woman to be married. Conversely, it is not advisable for a man to be married. He is placing himself very much at risk of losing everything, financially, his home, and access to his children. And all of that is dependent on how the wife feels. The woman has control over his life. A man has given up control of his life when he is married. I do wish in my own case that I've never married. And I certainly won't marry again. I learned the hard way why a man should not be married. And I would recommend to any man to not marry. It's simply not wise for a man to be married.